Welcome, Beth. Thank you so much for agreeing to come and do this little interview. I'm very excited to chat to you, and I've got loads of amazing questions from the community. How are you doing today?
I am brilliant, thank you. So nice to be here. I just love being a part of the Frog Project community. It's such a beautiful, safe, open space. So thanks for having me.
We've got so many questions for you today. People have been very eager to get to know you a little bit better. I am going to get the ball rolling with a question from Heather. And she has asked, what is Beth's favourite sort of yoga and why?
Ooh. Okay, so it really just does depend on my mood. I love a strong, dynamic, fast, challenging, horrible class that's in a hot room, hot yoga. Oh, yeah, I love it. I love to be challenged, but it all depends on my mood. So that could be one day, and then the other day would be a beautiful, deep yin where we hold each pose for about 5 to 7 minutes, 90 minutes. So yeah, it depends, very mood dependent. And it's kind of from one extreme to the other. Anything in the middle I like, but I'd say my favourites would be one or the other.
That's great. That's a very balanced response. My next question is from Maria, and she wants to know in what other ways do you move your body, mind, and breath that is not yoga related?
Mm-hmm. So I love dancing. I've been dancing since I was about 15. Used to be in a dance group and a dance company, and we used to tour and things. And that kind of led me to yoga. And then from yoga led me to try pole dancing, which is one of my favorite hobbies. It's so difficult. It's such a challenge, but it's so fun and allows me to explore a whole different side of myself. And yeah, dancing in general. I love going out and dancing. The gym just bores me. If I go to the gym, I just like it's too static. I just want to flow and move around. So yes, that would be other ways I move. Yeah.
Fab. It'd be great if we could choreograph some kind of like frog project dance routine one day, because I know that
Love that.
Neve was saying that she was she's a dancer, I believe. She was telling us when I was trying to her. My next question for you is from our very own Yulia, and she is wondering whether you have another job that you do alongside teaching yoga. Like, what other career paths have you had or do you have going on?
Yes, so I work with children. I've been working with children for about 10 years now as a TA, just in the classroom with special needs, children with special needs. And that led me to start my journey to become a play therapist. So I wanted to become a therapist, but I thought because of all the experience I've had with children, I'll go through the play therapy route. So yeah, that's what I'm training in now at the moment. And so I'm on my placement. I work with children with severe trauma and emotional problems and use the power of play to help them express their thoughts and feelings. And I've learned so much from it. And it's similar in how I feel teaching yoga. They kind of intertwine because it's about holding space for the child while they process deep things. I think can be said for the same for people who attend my yoga class or any yoga class. You're holding that space. it's a beautiful job to have. So yeah, and I've also been a waitress and this and that. So yeah.
That's really interesting. I suppose that it's really nice, isn't it, to bring a little bit of play into everything we do. You know, it kind of keeps us young, it keeps us engaging with the world in different ways. Yeah, it must be a very interesting thing to study and like you say, kind of bring into your practice, something that you share with other people as they're practicing with you.
Yeah, yeah. No, it really does intertwine. And movement is play. And sometimes in my classes I like to say, just have a little play, like move intuitively, get out what you need to get out. And yeah, I think they go well together. I also teach kids yoga as well. Forgot to mention that. That is probably one of my favorite things, as it is just quite silly. There's no rules. You can explore each pose as freely as you want to. And I normally tell a story through yoga. And it's a real refreshing way of teaching. I love teaching kids yoga. So yeah. I wonder if they could be like a kids yoga session appropriate for adults.
Why not? As I was just about to say that, and then you said it. I think we should have a Frog Project kids yoga session for grown-ups. I would love to try. I think that Yulia's other question actually ties in quite nicely to what we've just been chatting about there. She asked what the funniest thing is that's happened to you during yoga.
Oh, do you know what? Like, so many things come up with that. I think she said, did she say the most embarrassing or the most funny or same?
I mean, you could answer. Is it the same answer? I don't know.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm talking for every yoga teacher. There's definitely been times where I have passed wind during Shavasana and I've gone to turn the light off and my body has taken over and it's just been the most embarrassing / funniest thing to happen. But you know, we're all human. It's normal. I'm not gonna shun it away.
That's it. Like it's very relatable, isn't it? Like you know, it happens to all of us. And it's I'm sure it gets a little chuckle out of everyone as well, which is
yeah. But also my cat has joined a lot of my yoga sessions online, and she jumps on, like, the very first yoga session I did with the Frog Project. I was in mountain pose and she jumped right onto my back. It was incredible, but it's funny as well.
How did you respond to that?
I screamed. I was sad to scream. It was a complete shock. She was straight on my back. But I think my Frog Project students enjoyed it, and I think they do comment on Vera, so she's very loved.
That's such a good cat name.
Vera. Oh,
so Ruth has got a couple of questions for you, actually. First of all, she wanted to know what kind of inspired you to become a yoga teacher.
So I was inspired through my dance journey, and I struggled when I was a teenager with mental health. Not massively, but I did struggle with my internal dialogue. I've had a lot of social anxiety, so I found yoga, and that put me on. I never wanted to be a teacher. I just thought, my mum mentioned to me, oh, I think you should go to India and do a course. And I thought, oh yeah, I really think I should do that. And then after that, I was traveling and I discovered Yoga Trade. I don't know if you've heard of Yoga Trade. It's an amazing work exchange website. And I was traveling near Cambodia and they were looking for someone to teach yoga whilst I received free accommodation, free food. So I thought, oh, I'll just do that. I'll just do it because I'm a poor traveller. And then once I started teaching, I thought, oh, this is it. This is amazing. I love this. The feedback you get from students, the buzz it gives you. And I would be lost without yoga and teaching it. I've been through breaks where I haven't been teaching yoga and I've felt I felt a bit empty. So it's always something that just fulfills my life.
Fab. Yeah, I imagine that when you were traveling as well, it was a really wonderful way to kind of connect. I mean, it's very connective.
Oh yeah, it's such a beautiful thing. Yeah.
But yeah, what an incredible journey, and like you made these opportunities for yourself, and that kind of led you down a path you weren't expecting. And we're so glad you
did. Definitely. Yeah. So it wasn't like a need to be a yoga teacher. It just, I think that's the whole life. Just if you allow things to come to you and let it flow, I think that's a big philosophy for me. Not necessarily seeking things, but just allowing things to come to you and then see what happens. And I've been blessed.
That's so nice. Your response. I'm gonna give you the other part of Ruth's question now, which connects to your training, I think, to some extent. She said that you refer to interesting things like ahimsa during your classes. Wondered about your kind of background in philosophy and whether you've got any kind of recommendations in terms of background reading around yoga philosophy and yoga sutras.
Yes. I think yoga philosophy is probably one of my favorite topics. Like a lot of people are more into anatomy or this, that, and the other, but philosophy is probably my favorite. I've done lots of reading around it. I love Iyengar, Tree of Yoga. I've got it here with me now. Tree of Yoga. I love this book. He puts it very lightly, very simply. The yamas and the niyamas, and he refers to the yamas as the root of the tree, and then the yamas are all the branches that come off. So I think that's a really nice way of putting it. I'm very visual, very playful with my brain, so to see things as a symbol, as a tree, is very useful for me. So yeah, I'd say Iyengar. Just a copy of the Yoga Sutras. I mean, you can get them. And generally the internet, my Instagram feed is full of philosophy, full of useful things, and a lot of the psychology work I do with the play therapy connects a lot with philosophy as well, I find. Yeah.
It sounds like you've got so many kind of threads, like different aspects of bits and bobs that you've got going on in your life that really complement each other and create this like beautiful picture. I can't believe that we're about at the end of our time, actually. We have managed. It's fun, hasn't it? And Carrie comments as we were chatting, and she approved about the idea of like an adult's play yoga session, children's yoga for adults. so maybe community can watch this space in relation to that.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. So excited.
It's really, really nice to speak with you, and it's been so interesting learning all of these wonderful things about you. I've come to one of your classes before, and I definitely appreciate that kind of playful like atmosphere, that creative space you built, or you invited us to be involved with. And I would really like to come along to another of your classes sometime. But thank you so much for chatting.
Orly, so lovely as always.
Thanks everyone for coming along. We'll see you for the session next month with Liesl.
See you. Bye.